Hello, welcome to this week's paint along. We are finishing up this Werebear. So let's get started. We got some colors mixed up for the cobblestone. Got our good old black indigo, which we have been using all over. Different spots on the mini. And then creamy ivory as well. And then we're introducing stone gray. It's good, as the name implies, really good little stone color. Do some basic cobblestone, basically. So starting with the black indigo. While this is technically kind of like doing a base coat on here, I do have it thinned down to layering, or almost layering consistency. I don't actually care if it gets the top of the areas, but rather I want to make sure it gets seeps into the areas between. But also not necessarily trying to do a wash consistency, so still much thicker than what you would have a wash or glazing. Okay. So, this is one time where it's actually going to work out great to keep going while this is still actually fairly wet. I mean, for one thing, like I mentioned, I really mainly want this in the recesses. Because if you look at like pictures of cobblestone, you can always see like some really dark areas in between every single stone. Whether that be that's the pitch or tar or whatever it is they used to actually lay them down on, or if it's some weeds or something starting, some growth or something starting to come up. And I'm just taking that, if you remember that second color that was on the palette, this is a mix, mostly stone gray, but a brush full of the black indigo. And we'll take this on the tops of all of the cobblestone, so it'll be kind of the good starting point for the areas that will get highlighted more, as well as a highlight for the areas in shadow, so you can still kind of see that there's cobblestone back there. Especially in the shadows, you don't necessarily need to get super exact as far as like getting at a whole getting each cobblestone painted on top, just kind of enough to help highlight the areas underneath. You will want to make sure you hit the ones that are out here where they would be getting light. As that would make sense that you would start to see more of the details, so to speak. And it is looking purplish right now, but that's where actually the creamy ivory is going to help come in and bring in some warmth and kind of actually neutralize that purpliness. And the stone grain itself too is also a kind of neutral, somewhat neutral gray. It was just like maybe a touch of like warmth to it. Go ahead, just going straight to the next color. So these outer ones that would get highlights, it's big enough that we can do a little stippling, add some texture, kind of see where there's already natural kind of leveling out of the paint. Where there's already shadows, you can go around those. Highlight where there's not the dark shadow color, or around the edges. These cobblestones. You need a good brush though. Otherwise this will be difficult. And if it's still looking kind of purpley, once things are dry, we can do a glaze of like the stone gray. That should have definitely helped knock out that purple look. Okay. This is gonna go probably look pretty strong in contrast. Quite. We will. It'll really help to kind of sell some of the areas here in light, and also help knock down that kind of purplish look. Probably have been thinned down a little bit more. Okay, so we'll give that a moment to dry. Real quick. Take this color right here. Just a brush full of water. Make a light glaze. We'll see where we are with just one of each. 1 to 1, basically. So you can see how light it is. From there, or you can test it out. Unload as much as you would normally unload. So yeah, it's a pretty light glaze. You can see it. I think that will be good. Just another moment. Again, just kind of double checking that it is indeed dry. We'll have to be careful in the middle. I can see, I think, some areas there possibly a little wet. Let's see if I can touch. There's no paint coming off, so maybe not. Might just be light then. Great. Here we go with a light glaze of that kind of gray, mid-tone gray. Spreading it over all of the cobblestone. Trying to make sure we get good cover, but also aren't letting it settle too much into I guess into the cracks or pool up or anything. You don't want it to pool up anywhere. So if you see areas like right here that's pulling up while it's still wet, just take your clean brush and just kind of just dab it up. This is a little hard when you get to areas like back here. And sometimes you just need to take your brush and just kind of dab. Just try to get it, clean it as best you can. And then come back and look at it. It's already dry. It's pretty thin. Some areas, see if it's maybe still a little wet here that we can get this pulled out. Maybe not. You see that helps kind of make it a little bit more uniform. We still can see the highlights, still see the shadows, and if you're really worried, just if you feel like it knocked it down too much, if you want that to be darker, you can always make a glaze of the black indigo or whatever it was you used for your really dark shadow, and then just down here you can do just that touch. I feel like on the back here that the highlight kind of got lost. Front, I think I did a good job. It was strong enough. It came through, but back here it's blending in a bit more. So come back with that color. Add the highlights back in. All right, there we are. other than so I'll go and take some pure black and just paint all the edge and get it cleaned up so I don't have any of these paint blurfs showing. And it'll also kind of act like a nice little frame for the mini too. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. We still have the idea of a shadow. We got highlights. Looks great. Looks like stone. Got some nice texture. Rawr. But it's not like overwhelming the mini, which, you know, we want people to look up here, not down here. So that concludes the Werebear, Reaper Miniatures Werebear. And stay tuned for what the next Paint-A-Lawn series will be. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next week.